What is Git and GitHub? Full introduction to version control. What is version control? Version control is a system that allows you to track changes in your files over time. This is especially useful when working on coding projects because it helps manage the development process, especially when multiple people are collaborating. With version control, you can save your work at various stages and return to a previous version if something goes wrong. See a history of who made which changes and why. Collaborate with others without overwriting each other's code. Experiment with the new features or bug fixes without affecting the main project. Version control systems can be local or distributed. Locals are on your computer and distributed are shared online. Git is a distributed system. What is Git? Git is a distributed version control system created by Linus Torvalds, the creator of Linux. This helps developers manage large and complex projects. Git is one of the most widely used systems today due to its speed, flexibility, and powerful features. What is a repository? A repository or a repo is the storage area for your project. It contains project files, code, documents, images, and etc. Metadata about your project, a full history of every change made. The repositories can be either public or private. The public ones can be seen by anyone and the private are by only selected people have access. You can create repositories on your local machine using Git or online using services like GitHub. What is GitHub? GitHub is a web-based platform that holds Git repositories. It allows developers to share their code, collaborate with each other, and manage projects more easily. Other similar services include GitLab and Bitbucket. GitHub has many features beyond basic Git, including issue tracking, pull requests for code review, wikis, and project boards, online file browsing and editing, common Git commands and workflow. The initial setup. Before using Git, configure your username and email. Type GitHub on your browser, which I have opened here, and you should log or sign in your account. And then you type git bash and you click downloads and you download the version for your per your preferences. If and this is the always you have. So if I have Windows, I will download Windows. If you have Linux, you shall download Linux. Or you can also connect it to your Visual Studio Code with the extension GitHub request. You should install it, and then here you should see download, sign in or log in. This extension allows you to manage repositories, create changes, push and pull from GitHub, and handle version control directly within the editor. This identity will be attached to your commits. To log in into our account, we should open Git bash, and here I'm going to sign in quickly. I have logged in, then and I have already put my passwords before so it remembers it. But if you haven't, you should type your password and it will tell you. And you can also sign in by your email with gitconfig global user.email. Type your own email. How to create or clone a repository. You can do it with git init. This starts a new git repositories in the current folder that you are in. And git clone. This copies a remote repositories to your local machine. Here I'm going to show an example. Let's create a new repository. And I'm going to call it GitHub. Description, let's say this is a GitHub basics. repository. I can choose private or public. Let's choose uh, public. Let's add a README and let's choose a README to have. The README allows you to do more, to write more about the project that you're doing. And let's say no git ignore and no license for now. Here, as you can see, the README is automatically routed, and now I should open the folder document that I want to put the commit in. Let's do git call, and here we shall copy the URL. To do this, we should copy from code local http, copy this, go to here, um, and here right click, paste, because Control V and Control C do not work, and we have done it. Now if we open the folder, we should see that in the bottom there is a GitHub. We open this. How to check the status of your GitHub repo? When we do this, the track files will be already known to Git, and the untracked files are new files that Git has not yet recognized. So if we type Git status, it will show you which files are tracked, which files are untracked, and which files have been modified, and which are staged for commits. How to add changes? Here I'm going to add a simple text document, and let's say git, and let's say git hub, and here let's write hello git hub. Commands we have studied. Okay, let's remove git hello github. I'm gonna write it later. And let's write we have studied git init, git call URL, and git status. Let's save it, close it. Now we close our Git bash that we have opened, and we open it inside the folder that we want to commit. How to add the changes? We write git add, and let's write the file name, which was GitHub .txt, and here it has been added. Or alternatively, we can add all the changed files, the new modified and the deleted files. We can actually do it in two ways, either by writing git add dot or git add dash a, committing changes. This says the stages changes to the repository history with a message. Each commit represents a snapshot of the project at a specific point in time. How to write commits? Now we write git commit dash n, And in the brackets, we write the commit name. Here I'm going to say commit accident. Um, let's rename it differently. Commit one. But as I have no changes, we cannot add anything because I have already staged. Nothing. Pushing changes. This applies your local commits to the repository. In this case, GitHub. You can push multiple commits at once, but it's recommended to push only one at a time. We do this by writing git push. This way, the commits will be pushed in our repository. How to pull changes? Pulling changes can be very important because somebody else, if you are or collaborating with other people and somebody has made a change, you should and you need to download it. You should pull the changes because they will not automatically be added to your local folder. Download changes from with Git pull. You download the changes from the remote repository to your local repository and merge them. This is important to learn before pushing your own changes to avoid any merging conflict. We write Git pull, but in this case there are no changed files, so it will say that it's already up to date. Now, branching and merging. This allows you to work on different features or fixes them separately from the main version of your project. Once the changes are ready, they can be merged back to the main branch. Creating and managing branches. You can create and manage branches by these four commands. Git branch name. This creates a new branch. Git checkout branch name. This switches to a different branch. Git checkout B branch name. This creates and switches to a new branch in one step. So it's the first two commands combined. And give branch the branch name. This deletes the branch after it has been merged. Or if you don't want to have this branch. Here I'm gonna create a branch. Let's call it branch 1. Git check branch no, and here it has appeared branch 1 on the right side on the first line. And how to push the new branch to GitHub so it can be visible on GitHub. Here I'm gonna do a modifying and I'm quickly going to write the new commands. Okay, so I have made the changes to the file and let's save it and git. I'm gonna grab the commands from git.o git commits to. Okay, so now we push. Here I have showed there that when you try to git push without actually pushing uh, the branch, and here we should push it. Here it's pushed successfully. Pull requests and collaboration. On GitHub, code changes from one branch and merge into the other using pull requests. This is a key part of team collaboration. First, developer pushes change to a branch, then the then a PR is created to merge the branch into main. This is PR in this case means pull requests. Team members can review and approve changes and the branch is merged and optionally deleted. This process allows for code review and minimizes errors. Merge conflicts. When multiple developers edit the same part of a file, Git may not know which versions to keep. This is called a merge conflict. Git marks the head conflicts inside the file like this. The head, your local version, a bunch of equal signs, remote versions, and commit ID. To resolve the conflicts, you can either manually edit the file to keep the current versions, then git add file name, stage the fixed file, then create the new commit and push the change. Or you can do it from the browser, which is in a similar way. Special files in a Git project. Here we are going to look at the special files that you can see in different Git projects. README, which we have talked before. README.md, this is a markdown file with a description of your project. It appears on the front of the page of the repo on GitHub. It ignores a file listing patterns for files or directories that should not be tagged by Git. This includes temporary files, work files, build up, and license. A legal file explains how others can use your code. And here we're going to look at a summary of a typical Git workflow. This can be very useful, so you can have some sort of a model to follow. You should clone or initialize a repository, then create a new branch for your features or fixes that you're going to code. Then make changes and test locally. Stage commits when you're ready with git add. Commit changes with git commit. Pull the latest changes with git pull. Resolve any conflicts if needed. Then push your changes with git push. Create a new request on GitHub. Review and merge the changes. Delete the branch after merging. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like, subscribe, share, follow on Instagram, and watch the next video if it's already out. See ya, bye!